everyone, Saintsfan back again with another episode of Monday Mailbox, a series where you guys get to ask me some questions about GTA, Red Dead Redemption, whatever else that you want to ask, and I give you guys the answers, and my opinion. So thank you all for checking out this video. If you want to ask a question for next week's episode, just go on Twitter and use the hashtag AskSaints. Actually, one thing real quick before we hop into the questions, I'm going to touch on this because I got a few tweets about this, and I've seen some people wondering where this money came from. So over the last day or two, some people have been getting $4 million added to their account. They've been getting money added to their account for what they say is no reason. And most of the people that have received this money just want to know where it's coming from and why they all of a sudden just got $4 million. If you bought a shark card over the last week, that's where the money's coming from. It's not random. Now, Rockstar might have made a mistake on a few people if you didn't purchase a shark card. And if that's the case, keep that on the down low so you don't get it taken away. You get extra $4 million. But yeah, if you bought a shark card, any of them over the last week, then they had this deal where you'd get a little bit extra in addition to the amount that you purchased. So just to clear up all the confusion about the $4 million, there you go. Now on to the questions. Hopping into this, so Samuel, do you think that Deadeye will return in Red Dead Redemption 2? I hope it does. I mean, that's one of the features that is kind of a staple of the Red Dead franchise. I don't know if it was in Red Dead Revolver, the first game, but it was one of the most fun and one of the better features in Red Dead Redemption. So I would hope they bring it back for the second one. Senny, do you think in Tuners and Outlaws there will be a new custom shop like Benny's? So the Tuners and Outlaws is not a real DLC. Like I said in the video this weekend, I know it looks amazing. It looks like a real DLC, and that's props to GTA Wise Guy, the guy who made it. But it's not a real DLC, so don't expect that stuff to make its way into the game. Muffin, do you think the online, I'm assuming they're talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, will be like GTA 5, GTA 4, or something completely different? My hope and what I think is going to happen is it's going to be something similar. It's going to be a mix of GTA Online now and then Red Dead Redemption's Online. I think it's going to be mainly based around Red Dead Redemption's Online in that it's a big open world. There's going to be, 32 or so people in. I hope there's voice proximity chat back, and I hope radar is not always on. I hope lips aren't always on the radar. But I feel like they're going to push the ranking and leveling up system of GTA Online. They're going to push shark cards or whatever they want to call them for Red Dead Redemption 2. They're going to push that. So missions and prices for horses, clothes, whatever else they can charge money for is going to be low, or they're going to be high. You're not going to make as much money. So you're going to either be forced to play a lot, or you're going to be forced to buy these shark cards or whatever they call them. The one difference and the one hope I have is that they learn from GTA Online, and I think we can all say, especially 3 years now into the game, the ways to make money in GTA Online are not that fun. At least most of them. I mean, I know they made CEO, they made the biker stuff, but that is business, or that's a way to make money over time. The ways I'm talking about, missions, heists, races are kind of cool, but you can't really have races in Red Dead Redemption, or not as crazy of races in Red Dead Redemption 2, so I'm not going to include that, but mainly missions and heists. In GTA Online, I just felt like the missions and the heists were not that great. And especially now, after playing the same missions over and over again, the same heists over and over again, they almost seem boring. And that would change if somehow they introduced a mission creator instead of a job creator so people could make their own missions. That'd be really awesome. But I feel like, and I hope in Red Dead Redemption 2's Online, they make that a little bit better. They make the gameplay, the missions and all that a little bit more fun. So when you are doing these missions, when you are grinding, so to speak, you don't feel bad. You feel like you're actually enjoying the game. You feel like you're playing the Wild Wild West, So I hope that's what I hope is going to happen. But you guys can let me know in the comment section your, dream situation for Red Dead Redemption 2's Online. Next up, Samuel, do you think this Halloween DLC will last the whole week or the next one? So now, after seeing why the last DLC lasted 2 weeks, I don't know if the Halloween DLC, I don't know if my original prediction where I said the Halloween DLC would last 2 weeks, I don't know if that's going to stay true. Only because what I see happening now is this week, tomorrow, the Halloween DLC items come out. The Sanctus, the Halloween bike, the Tornado, and the Yuga van. I believe those 3, in addition to the Angels and Demons adversary mode, that'll be what comes out tomorrow. Next week, we'll get the Vortex and the S-Key, the 2 Sport-esque bikes. And then the following week, we'll get the other new adversary mode, which brings the Shotaro, the Tron bike, and the Tron clothes. That's what's going to happen, I feel like now. That makes the most sense. The reason they waited a week was because they knew Red Dead Redemption 2, they were going to announce it. So it makes a lot more sense now. And I feel this way they can get to the middle of November while still releasing new content. And the last adversary mode, that one with the Tron bike, just it being the Tron bike and then them introducing all the Tron clothes and stuff and the adversary mode, I feel like that's enough to justify just it coming out. So that's what I see happening now. 3 vehicles this week, 2 vehicles next week, and then 1 vehicle the following week. Quirky, do you think there will be a Rockstar editor in RDR2? I think there's going to be a lot of features that are in GTA 5 and GTA Online that are going to make their way into Red Dead Redemption 2. The Rockstar editor being one of them. I feel like first person, they made it, so why would they go back on it? That would be pretty cool. First person in a Wild Wild West game, first person on a horse. That'd be interesting. Even the 3 character system, I feel like now going forward, they're going to continue that. Obviously, the whole online aspect. So, yeah, there's going to be a few major things that they implemented in GTA 5 that are going to make their way to Red Dead Redemption 2. Ace, will you ever play other games except from Rockstar Games? Play COD, please. So, I'm just curious, how many of you guys have either or are going to be playing Call of Duty when it comes out, or have already picked up and are playing Battlefield 1 at the moment? I, unfortunately, have not been able to stream the last few days, but I've been playing Battlefield 1 so much, and I am having an absolute blast with that game. It's so much fun. It's so different. I love the fact that they've gone back to the old school stuff. It's nice and simple, and I might actually be doing a live stream later today, but I'm enjoying it a lot, and I hope that lasts. But apart from that, I don't know what other games I'm going to be playing over the next few weeks and months. I mean, Watch Dogs 2 comes out. I'll give that a shot probably. One game, I think that it either comes out tomorrow or this Friday, the Skyrim Remastered. I mean, I know that's an old game, but I'm excited to play that one again. Especially for you console guys, you can get mods on that game finally, so that's a huge thing. Call of Duty, I'm not really excited for Infinite Warfare, but I'm excited for COD 4, so I'll probably do videos, maybe even some live streams on that game. But I'm just curious as to what games you guys are going to be playing over the next few months or few weeks. So let me know in the comment section. Gamer, do you think that this year's Halloween content will stay permanent in online if you don't buy it? I do. I believe that they're doing this now. I mean, we saw with the Valentine's Day stuff, that was an exclusive thing that just happened, and they made that stuff permanent. They also made it a lot of money, so, that helps for them. But I believe they're going to add all the Halloween vehicles. They'll make them non-timed exclusives now. Now that we're 3 years in, I think they can sort of get rid of that stuff, that timed, exclusive content. They'll just add it to the game, make it a lot of money, and people will buy it. A Russian Rhino, do you think that more fan-requested DLC will be considered and or developed for GTA Online? And this ties in with Source. He says, do you think that we might see something like the Tuners and Outlaws because the petition ended up pretty good? One of the questions I want you guys to answer that I would like to just see what everyone is thinking. Not do you wish the Tuners and Outlaws DLC, which I made a video on this weekend, will come to the game, but do you think that it will? Do you believe that Rockstar will see that and then add it to the game? Honestly, not entirely. I think they already have their own schedule planned, but what they could do is take some features from that and add it, and it seems that they did a little bit of that with the Biker DLC. As for the question, do I think more fan-requested DLC will be considered? Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a company and you don't listen to the players, the fans that you have, then you're doing something wrong. And even though sometimes it looks like they don't listen to us with certain glitches and certain stuff that they do, I believe for the most part they do, and they understand, they know what we sort of want. And because of that, whether it's 100% fan requested or not, they'll add certain things, like I just mentioned, that people have been requesting. So over the next year or two, because I think that's how long we got until the next GTA Online, Rockstar will do a somewhat decent job of listening to the community and adding stuff that we want. Because at this moment, 3 years into the game, the hardcore fans, the hardcore people, they're the ones that are constantly playing your game, constantly giving you shark cards, so appealing to them and giving them what they want just seems like the best thing to do. And then last but not least, this one is not gaming related. I just got a ton of questions about it, so I figured we'd have a little discussion. So spoiler alert, if you did not watch the Walking Dead episode from last night, do not watch this part of the video. Click away. Thank you all for watching if you're heading out now. But for the people who did watch The Walking Dead who don't care if I spoil it, Jordan asked, how about The Walking Dead last night? So yeah, The Walking Dead, man, some craziness happened on it last night. As we all know, if you're huge fans of the show, last season, I'm still upset about that, by the way, how they ended it last season. But this season, the season opener, we learned who they killed, and shockingly, they killed 2 people. It started with Abraham, and then freaking good old Daryl had to go punching Negan, and then Glenn took Lucille to the face. That was a crazy episode. I still wish they would have had those deaths last season. I think it'd have been a lot more impactful if, say, Glenn or even Abraham died and then they cut to black at the end of last season than what they did this time. But one of the freaking most intense scenes I think I've ever seen on TV, that scene with Negan and Rick and Carl when he's trying to chop Carl's arm off. God, that was intense, man. I had to like look away at some points in that scene because of how intense and how terrifying, Negan was. But I thought it was pretty good. It could have been better. I don't think I'll ever get over them botching last season's episode or last season's season finale. So with all that being said, I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to Negan, probably one of the most badass, terrifying, and interesting characters that has been added to the show. So yeah, if you do want to talk about The Walking Dead in the comments section, just use a spoiler tag, like put spoiler alert in all caps, and then put a couple of spaces so people don't see it. All in all, though, I think it was a pretty good opening to this season. Hopefully they keep it up, though. Anyway, that is it with the video. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA and Red Dead Redemption 2 content. See you in the next one. As always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.